and welcome to Mistress M. Now this week I just wanted to bring up the subject of manners in the bedroom because some of you have asked some questions about your kinks in the past and we've talked about whether they're appropriate or not, but we haven't talked about just the etiquette of how one goes about these things. Because, you know, if you have a kink, it's polite to ask first, to ask nicely. So for instance, should you be into dominatrix work? It's not right to just turn up into the bedroom fully clad and go, come on, let me tie you up. You need to communicate, and I've talked about communication before. I know it's boring, but really just rocking up with a whip in your hand can probably shock some people. So, and the same, well, see, Boo's shocked. And the same goes for any kink. You know, it is polite to ask first. For instance, if you're a knicker sniffer, ask first. You know, don't just, when I walk back into the room, shove them in your mouth, and when I say, what are you doing? Go, nothing. I mean, now you're being doubly rude. Not only are you lying, you're talking with your mouth full. And that's just not on. And if you are one of those people that's into knickers and knicker sniffing, and I think it's called snowdropping as well if you steal them off the line, if you're going to steal a girl's knickers, I suggest that you don't steal the ones she's wearing for the date. They're her favourite pair. They're the good knickers, the root undies, as we like to call them in the girly conversations that we have. You know, they're the ones that the smaller the amount of material, the more expensive they are. So what you should do, go to the laundry basket, pull a pair out of there. In fact, grab the period undies. We don't care if you steal those. They're easy enough to find. They're the really large ones. You know, the elastic's gone a bit. You know, if your spinnaker on your boat goes, you can just replace it with that one. Yeah. And what's nice is, if you look carefully, there's even a stain in the shape of a Jolly Roger if you want to play pirates. So just a bit of advice about being polite and asking before you do things. Oh, and look, I've talked before about orgasms and retarded ejaculation and so on and so forth. And look, let's stop being so orgasm-centric. Let's just go into exploring and enjoying each other. So don't put pressure on yourself to make your partner come. Don't put pressure on yourself to come at a certain time or to wait for a certain time. How about just go on a journey together? And look, okay, that's not that easy with a one-night stand, but maybe that could turn a one-night stand into something really special. Make sure you get out the massage oil, get out the rug, and actually indulge in somebody else's pleasure and indulge yourself at the same time. Either way, go and have fun this week and ask first.
Hello, Mistress M. The name is Bond, James Bond. I really loved your last video. There was so much boo in it, I described it on Twitter as pussy galore. I got many lols for that one, and a sternly worded email from Ursula Andress. But what I'd really like to know is there a drink besides the martini that really gets the ladies in the mood?
Well, Mr. Bond, it's delightful to hear from you, and I'm honoured that you should ask me a question. However, we think the reason you're not getting laid anymore is not so much the fact that you're still using a martini, it's the fact that word's got around that none of your lovers ever survive. They all die. We think maybe you might need to work on that aspect of things first. Thank you for your question, Mr. Bond.